car.
So we're going to put this in excite mode. And we're going to pull up here.
And
give it a little boost.
30.
Pretty quick. It's about 44 degrees out. Nah, I let out of it for the quarter mile, but you can see the 60. I left out of it after 60. If you want to change your oil in your own Lincoln Navigator, we don't live that close to a dealer, and we didn't get any kind of incentive when we bought this to have them change it for free. So I always change all my own oil anyway, unless it's free. So I was going to show you guys. This filter is a CarQuest premium filter. It works with your 3.5 liter EcoBoost high output. So this works across the board. If you've got it in this, a Raptor, a trimmer, any of the things that take this motor all the way from 2021 and up, and maybe before that. But I'll show you. It's actually a really nice filter, and you can see the numbers on it, but it comes with a cover on it, which I was impressed with. A lot of them don't come with a cover. You can see that plastic sheet over it, because you see, even if it's in a box, look at all that debris and everything that's on top of that, just from it being in the store. So that would have been down in your filter prior to that. And that's just one more thing. It could be in your engine. But here's the numbers off of it. 84502. And I was going to show you guys. So if you want to change your own oil in this, you've never done it. One of the things that I did was I laid 2x6s down right here, because it's not that high off the ground. And I'm not a big guy, but I'm 5'11", almost 200 pounds. And so my chest and stuff with it on the ground, I couldn't even get under the front. I can't even get under the front with the 2x6s under the tires. My face, my chest, everything hits the valance, as you can see. So I've got to like turn my head and squeeze. So I put it on these 2x6s, which gives me enough room to get up under there. But I was going to show you guys the oil filter. Once you pop your hood, so you can see here, once you pop your hood right here in this corner, there's a little latch there. See it right there? Once you pop your hood, make sure that you take your key fobs and everything out of this vehicle and tell your wife that you're changing the oil, because if not, and she remote starts it while you're doing this, then you're going to have trouble. So just be sure that you are taking every precaution that the remote start does not come on. Take them out of your pants, anything that you've got, and set them over the side so it doesn't remote start. Now, once you get all that done, you've got the filter here, and then this takes 5W30. So what we're putting in it today is the Pennzoil Ultra Platinum, which there is only 2 oils that I would recommend in the whole industry if you want the best oil out, and it would be this and the Pennzoil 5W30 Signature Series. Now this is, you can get this off Amazon for really cheap. And this doesn't have as good a ball bearing test as Pennzoil, but it is so close, and this is an excellent oil. But you can get it in case 3. I'll put a link in the bio for all this stuff, just in case you don't want to go to the store and you just want to pick it up. But it takes 6 quarts. So these are 5-quart jugs right here. So you'll need one of these, as you can see here, 5 quarts. You'll need one of these and just a little bit more. What are you doing, princess? Huh? What are you doing?
I'm just trying what like doing.
You just out here playing? You got your baby doll? I love you. So once you do that, I was going to show you, the oil filter is actually pretty easy to access on this. And I'll show you up under here. As you can see, when you get up under here, it's right up in there. See it? Right there. Sorry, my light ain't going on that good, but you can see it sitting right there, the white head. this right there. And once you pull that off, you can pull it right out of the front. So you don't have to remove any covers or anything like that to get to it. You can just reach your hand up in there and take it off. And so I'm gonna take that off and show you the original filter in comparison to the filter that is the CarQuest Premium. So here's the factory one. You can see they're identical in size. I do like the rubber gasket that's on this one better. But one of the things I noticed is this, I think a lot of them say FL500S. Well, this is the filter that come on this one from the factory. It's AA5E6714EA. And that's the factory oil filter. But another thing I noticed is the car only has 1,000 miles on it. And I want you to look how dark the oil is. Look at that. That's only after 1,000 miles on the car. It's super dark. This oil is not near that dark whenever it's from the factory or even putting it in aftermarket. But I'll show you some of the regular oil going into this filter because I always pre-fill the filter just so you can see what it looks like. But here's the numbers on this, 84502. Seems like a really nice filter. Looks like it has an anti-drain back valve in the bottom. I'm sure this one does too, to keep the oil from draining all the way out of the motor. But we're running fully synthetic anyway, so that'll help a ton too. Here's what the color of the oil should look like when it's new, and you can see how clear it is. So see how dark that other was? You can see it right there on top. Like I said, it's only after 1,000 miles. So now I've got that full, I'll spin it and then put it back on, let it set for a minute so it doesn't dump out, and I'll wipe a little bit around that ring. You probably will need a little funnel, as the front of this is pretty far back to get to it, so you've got to lean way over, and most of this stuff's plastic and kind of flimsy, so I just felt like my weight was shoving down on that stuff too hard, so I put this little table up here and got that funnel so I could get to it, because the neck is way down there. But another thing that I really like, and it's a 15 millimeter, you can get to the drain plug really easy right there. See it? And it's aluminum housing with a metal drain plug. Real nice setup. You can get to it so easy. So that made draining the oil super simple. And like I said, I had to put two 2x6s up and under here, but the oil filter was on there extremely hard. And so just make sure if I ended up, I was going to use these, and I was able to get both my hands in there wrapping it around. And so you might want to have a set of these on hand just in case you can't turn it with your hand, because sometimes from the factory they put them on extremely hard. But the cap recommends 5W30, like it says on here, which is what this oil is, and it's a full synthetic. This is their best motor oil, the Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. The Platinum is nowhere near as good as Ultra Platinum. So if you're going to run this high output motor, either get Amsoil Signature Series 5W30 or the Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. That's the only two I'd recommend. I'm going to show you this oil out in the light. It almost has a, like, I don't know, greenish color to it. I don't know why. Probably can't tell in the video, but maybe it's just that brown it's sitting on. I don't know, but you can see how much, darker this oil is. Like I said, it had 1,000 miles on it when we changed it. And that was whenever, like I said, I put 1,000 miles on here and drained the oil, and now I've changed it. So we'll see how that goes. I'll see on the next oil change how it looks. Once you get done changing your oil, you're going to want to come in here and you're going to want to hit this button and then go down here to settings and then scroll up if you're in vehicle till you get to the very bottom, hit oil life. And hold it. There you go. Probably want to log it in your Lincoln app too. At least Ford you can. I don't know if you can in this app or not, but you'll definitely want to log it for warranty and take a picture of what you change oil with. Look at this. Look at this car. Look at its wheels. They're like bowed out. Thing's bow-legged.